Dana Malcolm. This is your Top Stories morning edition for Friday, March 15th, 2024. Coming up, the news that matters most.
There's only one place in Providenciales where you can really feel your duty-free savings, and that's at Sam's Club on Leeward Highway. Duty-free bread basket items on top of Sam's Club already low prices? If you're not shopping at Sam's Club, you're paying too much.
No concrete word on the repatriation of migrants was shared yesterday evening when the premier appeared before the country in a national press conference on border security. But Washington Mizik said secure facilities are being identified across the islands to act as holding areas for migrants if needed.
It is too risky at the moment for our pilots and our planes to go into Haiti. And that's the reason why it's very critical that we have these extra facilities to house any migrants that may come here.
The premier also addressed why Ariel Henry, Prime Minister of Haiti, was added to the TCI stop list.
Now we don't know who is here, and we don't know what threat would have been posed by the Prime Minister entering these shores.
A UK vessel is on its way to being deployed in the waters between the Turks and Caicos Islands and Haiti, according to the premier and high-level officers too.
The arrival of a reconnaissance mission happened today, and there are 8 officers.
Mizik is to meet with those 8 officers at 8 a.m. today. He also had a message yesterday for residents involved in criminality. That's coming up at midday. The government has exactly 2 weeks left out of its 6-week timeline to decide whether or not it will grant Fortis TCI a 6% increase in electricity rates. The government says it has spent the last 3 weeks analyzing the proposal for justification on why it's needed. Kyle Knowles, Minister for Public Safety and Utilities, says the government is trying to be as diligent as possible in the short time frame, but maintains the oversight agreement, which legalizes the 6-week process, is very old, created in 1987, and the government is now looking to revamp that process in the near future. If the government denies Fortis the increase, they have the right to appeal to an independent inquirer. Magnetic Media is your news leader.
The National Health Insurance Plan has over 37,000 contributors.
That's 37,000 of us working together to take care of one another.
Your contribution ensures my wife and unborn child gets the prenatal care they deserve.
Your contribution helps me to afford my medication.
Your contribution has helped my loved one receive treatment during their untimely emergency.
Your contribution gives my family peace of mind. So thank you
for your contribution.
This message has been brought to you by the National Health Insurance Board, building a healthy nation, one person at a time.
Court of Appeal judges did not mince words in their recent ruling that all persons convicted of firearms offenses should go to prison. Wilkie Arthur, Magnetic Media Court correspondent, was in court when the justices criticized former Chief Justice of the Turks and Caicos Islands, Ms. Margaret Ramsey Hale, TCI Justice Tanya Loban-Jackson, and newly appointed Justice Chris Celo-Chan for allowing offenders, mainly tourists found with guns or bullets, to pay a fine instead of going to prison, even in exceptional circumstances. Now being raised is the potential issue of discrimination, where some local offenders who were handed prison sentences say their cases were similar to those only offered a fine. Either way, the court has made its decision clear, strongly siding with Parliament in that all offenders must serve jail time. The Turks and Caicos Islands border force has spread to the Family Islands, according to Arlington Musgrove, Minister of Immigration.
Patrols along the shorelines of South Caicos, North Caicos, Middle Caicos, and Grand Turk have been increased to minimize vulnerabilities.
Cargo vessels are now being checked for evidence of smuggling, and flights are also being scrutinized.
To scrutinize entry documents of individuals arriving via regional and international flights, resulting in the identification of multiple offenders.
Musgrove was speaking as he gave the second Safeguard TCI update on Wednesday. The power of attraction. Magnetic Media.
We love playing video games, and the only way to win is with a fast, reliable connection. Flow has the best fiber internet for gaming and streaming. We've even tested it in our gaming lab on 6 different consoles. When we're playing, we only see users on the Flow network. Flow Home Max plans allow up for 6 persons using 3 consoles or application with 200 megabytes per second, no buffering or lagging, and you get that for a low price. Stay in the game with Flow's fiber fast internet. Visit discoverflow.co. Conditions apply.
The UK has finalized a package of support for the Turks and Caicos, according to Delaney Daniel Selvaratnam, TCI governor. Included in that package is policing equipment to include new capabilities on forensics, body-worn cameras, and CCTV cameras. Also, upgrades to the TCI's drone surveillance capability, portable scanners, and new engines for DECR vehicles, as well as support for the implementation of electronic borders. Also added advanced coastal sensors through the support of the UK's Joint Maritime Security Centre. March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day, where we raise awareness and promote the rights, inclusion, and well-being of people with Down syndrome. Dr. Anya Malcolm, director of the Special Education Needs Unit, explained the date, March 21st or 321, was chosen to symbolize the triplication of the 21st chromosome that causes Down syndrome. The Ministry of Education wants all residents to wear their most colorful and interesting socks on the 21st to celebrate the uniqueness of residents with Down syndrome. For weather in the Turks and Caicos Islands, a small craft advisory is still in effect today, and it is to be a very warm day with temperatures up to 87 degrees Fahrenheit and the UV index at 10 out of 11. That is it for this edition of the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production.